Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about music. I've made a video in the past about it, but um I want to talk about how mainstream music is actually sort of an addiction, right? So I talked about the negative effects of that it has on your subconscious mind in a previous video, and I'll kind of reiterate that a little bit. But today I really want to touch upon why it is sort of an addiction, and why it can be comparable to food, to porn, to alcohol, weed, whatever. So, music, mainstream hip hop, right? It seems that as each year progresses, right, and as new music gets released, it seems to me, when I listen to the new music, it seems that the music is getting more catchy, right? So that means really that when you listen to it, you can't get it out of your head, right? That's why they call it. That's why they say you can't get a song out of your head, and it's catchy because you catch it. You catch it in your mind, and it's in your mind for basically the rest of the day. And the problem here, guys, is that most people are just clueless as to how music affects them, right? So you can be listening to whatever, like, Lil Uzi's new album came out a couple weeks ago, right? And, I've listened to some of those songs, and I'm like, man, if I keep listening to this, it's going to get stuck in my head, and I'm not going to be able to get it out. And, here's the thing. With this music, this new, modern, I don't know what sort of, drug they put in there, but it makes it really addicting, right? So do an experiment, right? I want you guys, if you listen to mainstream rap or any sort of rap, right? A lot of you guys probably do. Do a comparison. Go back to the 90s and listen to Biggie, Tupac, and Nas, right? And then compare that beat, that tone, that mood to everything after 2015 or 2013, I want to say, right? So put on like Lil Uzi or DaBaby or Lil Baby or Gucci Mane, right? And I want you guys to compare the beat. It sounds better because they want you to keep listening to it, so it programs your mind, right? If you guys think about it, the hip hop back in the 90s and the real early 2000s, and even to like 2010 to an extent, right? Most of that wasn't really that catchy, right? Like, I can listen to Wu-Tang, and I won't have their beat stuck in my head all day, right? It'll just be a momentary, 5-minute jam out for me. But if for instance, if I went and listened to, again, like these new modern mainstream rappers, DaBaby, Lil Baby, Gucci Mane, Kodak, Migos, right? If I listen to them, I will have that song, it depending on the day, right? Like, sometimes I listen to a song and it doesn't stay in my head. But there's certain songs that I know if I listen to, I know that it'll get stuck in my head and it'll set me back for the rest of the day. Listen, when you guys have a song stuck in your head, pay attention to how you feel, right? Because the music, some music has a vibration that's very low. If you pay attention to it, like some beats, they sound like very dark. They sound like depressing almost. They're not very empowering. They're not uplifting, right? And sometimes if you're in depression or whatever, sometimes that can be all right for you. But again, if you're upbeat and you're going good, I don't think it's necessary for you to really bombard your mind with all that crap, man. And guys, what are the lyrics these days, right? Just turn on Lil Baby. Just turn on DaBaby. Listen, go type in Suge by DaBaby. Go type in Bop by DaBaby and look up the lyrics. And just type in Bop lyrics. Like, guys, it's all promoting materialistic pleasure and hedonism and attachment. It's promoting us to chase women. It's promoting us to chase the next high, right? Mainly those two, and money, I guess, right? A lot of these guys, they're always talking about money and things like that. But mainly drugs, women. I don't really hear too much about food, right? But yeah, these things are really like pushed out in the music these days. And the problem is that it's brainwashing us, and it's making us want to listen to it just because of the beat. Think about it. If the beat wasn't that good, we probably would care less to listen to the lyrics, right? There's kind of similar lyrics in the 90s, but I guess it was more like appropriate. Now it's just like they're talking about blowjobs and all this shit and hitting it from the back. It's like, man, go like, if you go listen to like Biggie and Diddy and all them, they don't really like, I don't know, man. I guess some songs back in the day were a bit inappropriate, but these days, man, it's just like, it's really pushed out, and it's really pushed out for younger people, towards younger people, right? They put this music, this mainstream music, at the top of iTunes, right? Like any underground rappers you don't hear about. Why don't you hear about them? Because they're rapping about things, and they're talking about things that if the masses heard, then we would be living in better times, because more people would be awake. More people would be aware of the different traps in our society and in our government and so on and so forth. So basically, music is like an addiction, right? That's really what I want to get at here. Think about music and compare it with food, right? There's unhealthy music and there's healthy music, and there's healthy food and there's unhealthy food. If you want to experience, think about your mind just like your body. If you want your body to feel good, you want to put good food in there, right? Makes sense. So if you want your mind to work right, and you want it to be clear, and you want it to be programmed in such a way that it benefits you and it puts you in a better position to experience success, fulfillment, so on and so forth, all the positive virtues and character traits, not character traits, but ideals, let's say, then you're going to want to listen to good music, right? Or not listen to music at all, right? So think about it this way. I fast from food basically 18, 20, sometimes a full day, right? And you can apply the same trick and technique with food and apply it to music. Don't listen to music. Why do you need to listen to music, right? Why? In some music, I'm getting a little bit off track here, but some music, if you listen to it, it'll actually bring you back to the past, to times where you were depressed. So why would you want to do that, right? Most of us want to listen to music because we're bored and we want a little bit of excitement. That's usually that's usually the reason why I go to music, because I'm bored, I'm unenthused, I guess, and I want some amusement. I want some entertainment, I guess, right? And the music does it. But guys, when you have a bigger purpose and you're focusing on that, the music becomes so irrelevant, and your focus becomes on you doing what you need to do in life, your mission, your purpose, right? So on. So, with that said, I suggest that you guys do what I told you to do. Do the comparison, right? Listen to stuff back in the 90s. Guys, I'm telling you, you will not get that music stuck in your head. I never get a song by Nas or Biggie or anybody from the 90s or early 2000s stuck in my head. Never. Ever. But when I listen to Uzi, when I listen to Kodak, when I listen to all these new guys, Gucci Mane, T Grizzly, shit, man, there's so many of them now. Guys, there's so many rappers. Do you notice that? Like, I feel like back in the 90s, there was, like, not a lot of rappers. Now there's a fuck ton of rappers. But they're all, like, copying each other. Do you guys really notice that? They're all copying each other. And they're all just they're rewording shit. And it's, like, the same thing, but a different beat, and it's just reworded. there's really no talent in the music industry, in the rap industry anymore. It's all just, anybody can make it these days. Anybody can be on the mainstream charts. So do that comparison and do a music fast. Right now, I don't know. I'm not even really trying to do it. I'm sick of music, man. I really am. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm on a 4-day music fast. I really don't know, 2-3 days. But I'm gonna probably try to do a good 2 weeks, man. No music, right? Just, try to do that. Try to listen to just instrumentals like Mozart, Beethoven. That's not the most, it's not gonna stimulate your mind the most, but it's better than nothing if you really need to listen to something. But other than that, read, go do stuff, right? And better, even better than doing stuff, don't do anything, right? This is a time with this virus to really, no one has to go to work, no one has to go to school, right? You still have online classes, but you can sort of dedicate your time to just going within. Don't do anything. Reset your mind. Most of our dopamine receptors are just totally burnt out. Mine are. I'm telling you right now, mine are. And I'm finding it really hard to just sit and do nothing. But I know that when I do that, my day is a lot more, let's put it this way. I'm a lot more clear when I don't have a bunch of distractions coming in, right? Like guys, even watching YouTube videos, watching these self-help videos, these, everything, all these personal development, conspiracy videos, guys, I'm starting to really develop, I don't really like to fill my mind with, all these videos anymore, like watching videos and so on. I don't like it. I'd rather just, not get stuck in all this philosophical theorizing and just focus on what matters. That's really, this is turning into such a fucking rant, man. Anyways, I'll talk about that in another video. But anyways, do the music fast and compare the music. And be really careful what you listen to. Music is probably the number one way that we get brainwashed. I don't know, maybe school is first, but music is definitely top 3. So, do a music fast, watch what you listen to, and change your life. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be coming back with multiple videos during the week. I know I've been kind of on a hiatus here and there, but I'm going to be rolling out with more videos coming up. So make sure to subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll do my best to give you feedback. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.